SEGA Mega Drive Mini has just been released. Beyond excited. I love the mini consoles. All of you will know that. I just wanted to give a shout out to SEGA Australia. Thank you very much for sending me this SEGA Mega Drive Mini to unbox and let you all know what my thoughts are on it. The Mega Drive Mini has launched over here in Australia at the retail price of $139.95. It also comes with 40 games, 2 extra ones, and inside this box is going to be 2 controllers, a USB power lead, and also a HDMI cable. Now, the great games that are going to be on here, there's so many to list off, but we've got Ghouls and Ghosts, Golden Axe, Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic Spinball, Shining Force, Road Rash, Fantasy Zone, and there is so many more. Like, it is one of the best minis that have been released in my opinion. I just can't wait to open this box and have a look at what's inside. So let's take a look now. Okay, so let's take a look at the SEGA Mega Drive Mini that has been released here in Australia. Now, it's worth noting that the Mega Drive Mini has been created from the original Mega Drive that was released. So that was in 1988 for Japan, 1989 for America, and 1990 for the rest of the world. So it's very, very exciting to have a Mini modeled on the exact same Mega Drive that we all know and love. Now, on the side here was the controllers, so I'm just going to open these up first. They're nicely packaged. Oh, that controller is really, really nice. It's got a good weight to it too. I'd have to do a comparison. I will weigh these at a later stage and see, but yeah, I really do like the look of this controller. It's fantastic. Great size. The Mega Drive Mini is also around 55, I believe, 55% the size of the original Mega Drive. And the controllers should be the exact same size. They look fantastic. Now, these are USB. You won't be able to use your original Mega Drive controllers with the mini unit. Just gonna pop them aside. Now, also included in here is the USB power cable, which is there. They have included a HDMI cable, which is fantastic. Note, some of the other minis on the market do not include those things. There is also a user manual. I don't believe I'm going to need to have a look at that, but it is worth showing you guys. And then we've got the Mini in here. Let's take a look. Super, super tiny. Looks fantastic. Wow, that is unreal. It's obviously movable on the volume button and the on and off and the reset. They all look like they can be used, which is fantastic. So we'll take the protective layer off without scratching it. I'm being very careful. Such a satisfying sound, I have to admit. And it's high gloss. It looks absolutely unreal, exactly like the original. Great job to SEGA, looks fantastic. Now, on the back obviously is where you're going to find the power port and the HDMI port, which is great. And on the front is the 2 USB ports that you can hook the controllers into. Now, there's something else I wanted to share with you guys when unboxing the SEGA Mega Drive Mini, and that comes down to, is it value for money? Now, it is retailing over here for $139.95, and you do still get the HDMI, the power lead, and 2 controllers, which is fantastic, and a quality mini unit. But I wanted to cover the games that are included, and I've picked 5 of the games to let you know what they're currently selling for and the value for money. Number 1 is Mega Man The Willy Wars, and it's one of the rarest Mega Drive games to be released here in the PAL region. I've always had my eye on grabbing one, but the prices are inconsistent and of course very high. Completed listings currently sold on eBay show $89.95 plus post just for a cartridge, and other listings are quite high, and it's also hard to determine which ones are fake. A few years ago, I did see a complete in-box listing go for around $650 Australian, which makes this a top value game on the Mega Drive Mini and the first one I intend on playing. Number 2 that I've selected is Castlevania Bloodlines, and it's another popular and pricey Mega Drive game. Over the years, this game has spiked with some insane Genesis prices, and as you can see, all of these eBay listings have ended for cartridges ranging between $70 and $80 and complete in box over $300. My third choice is Gunstar Heroes, and this game I didn't know about until a few years ago, and boy do I want to play it. This is a run and gun and right up my alley. I was really excited to hear that this was coming out on the Mega Drive Mini because the price range on this is around $45 to 200 AUD. Now the fourth one I've selected is Phantasy Star 4, and it's another very popular RPG on the Mega Drive. This particular game goes for quite a bit, and one just sold in September 2019 here in Australia for $200. Number 5 that I've picked is actually a pretty common game, but one that might get you into buying the Mega Drive Mini, and that is Wonder Boy in Monster World. Even though it's common, it is really popular, and it may be just the game that gets you back into playing a lot of these Mega Drive games. You might find yourself paying for the original copy between $20 and $40 complete in box here in Australia. And it's also worth mentioning that Tetris has been released as one of the bonus games on the SEGA Mega Drive Mini. This particular game did not get a physical release back in the day because Nintendo had the licensing for it. There's only a handful of these known worldwide, and I think it's a very interesting part of history to have this on the SEGA Mega Drive Mini, and I'm really looking forward to playing this port of the game. So I'm going to take a look at this all hooked up now, play some of the games, and go over some of the great titles. Now let's take a look at the SEGA Mega Drive Mini. I've just loaded it up. There are different languages that you can select upon booting up your Mega Drive Mini. I obviously selected English, and we'll take a look at the menu. Now you can see all of the games there. Currently it's sorted by A to Z. One of the quick tricks is obviously up the top of the menu. You can sort by genre, number of players, release date. I'm going to go by just A to Z, and then down on the bottom right hand corner I can see that there's number of players and then obviously a little picture of what it's going to look like. So platformer and action and then puzzle, and you can see that there's obviously 1 to 2 players and another puzzle game and so on. So there you can see that there's Darius there, which is the extra game, and also Tetris down here, which is really cool. So we'll take a look at Tetris in just a second because I would love to play that one. But we'll take a look in the settings menu. Screen settings, you can set it to widescreen. I prefer 4:3. Wallpaper settings, there's a couple there as well. I'm just going to go with the default, and then we'll go, ooh, that is kind of quick, the D-pad, but it does feel good, but it is a little bit quick for myself. Let's go and have a look at this very rare game and port of Tetris. Now it's also important to remember that the ports were actually done by M2, who have worked with SEGA before on SEGA Ages and also the SEGA 3D collection, and it's really great that they've obviously done this with SEGA. I don't know if this is just a little bit my terrible Tetris playing, but it looks so good so far. Love a bit of Tetris. I think everyone probably has kind of grown up with Tetris and love it. And I'm just going to hit the start menu. So start is just a pause. I'm going to hit the reset button and have a look. We can save the game here. We can reset it and we can go back to the main menu by hitting A. So I'm going to do that, and you're going to lose your progress, which is fine. And we can load another game. It's absolutely fantastic so far. I'm looking forward to playing through all of these titles, especially the two that are released on this as extra games, and Mega Man the Willy Wars. I'm really looking forward to playing that. So yeah, let me know in the comment section if you two are going to pick up a SEGA Mega Drive Mini. I think they're fantastic and great value. So far, it's plugged in perfectly. It hasn't missed a beat. You can set it to 4:3 or widescreen, whatever your preference is. And yeah, the game Tetris looks really good. I'm just going to keep on playing this afternoon and also stream some of these games. But until next time, I'll talk to you later.